PSG finally won their first Champions League, and I think, guys, that this is the perfect moment to gather the best PSG team of all time and repeat the success of the Parisians in the game, from the legendary Ibrahimovic to the incredible Neymar and Mbappe. Will we be able to defeat everyone in the end and still win the Champions League? Well, let's go to the positions to gather our squad and the goalkeeper of our team. Of course, the number one, as I believe, for PSG is Gianluigi Donnarumma, a man with a dubious reputation, but agree, this season he showed what it's worth. A real masterclass from Gigi, and not only did he help the Parisians to get to the final, but also brought them there. In any case, and for the whole history, Keylor Navas was also in the goal of PSG, which I would definitely take as a substitution for Donnarumma, but he's not in FC25. Also, the legendary Gianluigi Buffon was in the goal of the Parisian team, but I think you all agree with me that taking Buffon as an icon and legend of PSG would be something strange. Therefore, I take Alphonse Areola. If anyone didn't know, he played 107 matches in PSG's T-shirt during his career. Now he plays for West Ham United, where he's already played 100 matches. Next, we'll close the position of the left back, and well, what can I say? I understand that Nuno Mendes is only 22, I understand that his rating is 83, but I also understand that this season he's already deserved to be in our 11 squad. He's the best left back in the history of PSG. Just believe that. Yes, anyone who watches football can say that Maxwell would be great in this position, but first of all, he is not in the game. So first of all, we take Nuno Mendes in our squad, and in our bench will be Juan Bernat. Also a very dubious option, but this person has played for the Paris team for 128 matches. He's in loan in Villarreal, so we call him out. And now we go to our right back. I think the only dominant right back in the history of PSG is Achraf Hakimi, who also makes a difference in his 20s. By the way, in the final he scored the very first goal against Inter. Didn't even celebrate his goal because he scored against his ex team. By the way, there was also the legendary Dani Alves, but first of all, he's the icon and legend of Barcelona, and secondly, he is not in the game. So as for the rotation, now guys, our center of defense, our concrete and impassable wall, and here first of all I put the captain of the team, Marquinhos, one of the most loyal players of the club. More than 400 matches played, he is the versatile and smart as possible. He has been the leader of the team for almost a decade. The next defender is the partner of Marquinhos, and I think every fan would name the candidacy of Thiago Silva, who by the way took the UCL when he moved to Chelsea. But unfortunately, Thiago Silva is not actually in the game. I couldn't find his face anywhere, so I can't recreate the model of Thiago Silva in the game. So if we can't recreate the legendary Brazilian, we have some options. And here guys, I return the legendary David Luiz. He's also a player who was in Chelsea, in Arsenal, but it seems to me that his prime was in PSG. Also, to add our bench, I would like to have Presnel Kimpembe and William Pacho in our squad. Pacho is generally a key defender this season in real life. He also won the Champions League, and as for rotation, it's a great option. Well, Presnel Kimpembe, the injuries tortured him, but guys, who still remember FIFA 22? What a beast was he, and pieced everyone with his tackles.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Our goalkeeper and defense have already been chosen. We move to the center of midfield, and well, he earlier wanted to take legendary Marco Verratti, who spent 10 years in the club, who was the heart and engine of the team. He was one of the best facilitators of PSG in history. But damn, where is Verratti now? He plays for some Arabia and of course he is not in FC25. So to strengthen our center of midfield we need some other options, and therefore the legendary Blaise Matuidi has for me one of the most underrated central half defenders in history. By the way, the winner of the World Cup in France. But the next candidate is even better. This is David Beckham again. Yes, the icon and the legend of Manchester United, but for PSG he also made his history. Also the team has Vitinha, Zaïre-Emery, who became key for PSG this season, and I will not let them go anywhere. Therefore we continue, and now we need to take the position of attacking midfielder, and your options in the comments down below. The wizard Ronaldinho. It was in Barca when Ronnie already caught his prime and got Ballon d'Or, but he began his legendary magical path in PSG. So in any case, the best player in history, Ronnie should be in our team, but not on the left, because there will be some other candidates. And now the position of left winger. After all, we still have 3 main positions closed, and therefore on the left in any case I must sign David Ginola, one of the oldest icons for PSG, but it seems to me that the only one left winger is the best of all in the history of PSG. I think you know this option very well. After all, it's Neymar Jr. Yes, guys, in addition to all the injuries that he received over the years, not only in PSG, after all, he's one of the best and most successful players in the history of the Paris team. A record amount transfer from Barca. Therefore, we must return him to his prime in our squad of the best players. And further, guys, the position of right winger. And here, who would have thought? But among the best players in the history of PSG, we take Ousmane Dembélé. And now just think about it. Dembélé, in principle, is now #1 contender for the victory in the Ballon d'Or. Once again, Ousmane Dembélé. Just let's move back like 5 seasons ago and imagine if someone told you that Ousmane Dembélé will take the Ballon d'Or before Mbappe or Holland and Neymar. But in this season, this is the key player, a person who just does the incredible things, super statistics. And yes, I think without Ousmane Dembélé, there would be no PSG in the finals. But even Dembélé will not be the main winger in our team. After all, there we have the best of the best in the history, and therefore, no matter what anyone says, we return Kylian Mbappe back home.
Uno, dos, tres.
Guys, he's the best forward of the team in the history. He will win his Ballon d'Or and his UCL in the future 100%, but today I don't wanna wait for anything. We're returning Mbappe back to home, and now the remaining 2 players that we can take, and this is the position of the forwards. And first of all, who will guess these 2 beasts? Well, the first is Edinson Cavani. I also returned him to the team because even before the Mbappe era, he was the main forward of the team together with another dude. Also dude, I'm not supposed to call him a dude, but nevertheless. A real fighter, a sniper in the penalty area, absolutely beast himself. Of course, I returned the legendary Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Well, more precisely, he decided to return to PSG. Guys, our incredible team is ready. I think it will destroy absolutely everyone. Mbappe, Ibra, Neymar, Ndinho, Bex. In fact, Ibrahimovic immediately took the captain's title. He didn't even give me the right to choose. In any case, in the end, Let's see what results can the all-time PSG best ever achieve in the League One, and also will we be able to win the Champions League. Guys, in the end, in the group stage, our PSG takes the second place with Real Madrid. In general, 0 defeats, and in 1-8 we get Bayern Munich. Our team is looking as amazing as possible with Neymar, Ibra and Mbappe in the lineup, and of course we press quick calculation and it's a draw. Neymarito scores a goal in the 39th minute, but Olise delivers. In principle, we had a chance to score again. There were some moments, but in any case, here we go. Ibrahimovic had a red card, come on! Okay, this is a chance for Edinson Cavani to turn on the Archer mode and take a victory for us now. So guys, let's go, we just need a victory. Quick calculation that it's 2-1, Edinson Cavani scored, but then Musiala equalized. And in the end, David Beckham sent us into the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, we get Inter. Ibra is coming back, so what? Quick calculation and 2-0, Kylian Mbappe. And in the second half, Achraf Hakimi delivers. The answer in the Parc des Princes. And now, of course, it's a draw. Çalhanoğlu didn't score the penalty. In the semifinals, we have to fight against Real Madrid. And we will definitely be able to fight with such a team. So we click on quick calculation, and again, Zlatan Ibrahimovic makes a hat-trick against Real Madrid. And so, does Real Madrid have a chance at Parc des Princes? I don't think so. Quick calculation again, it's a draw. But nevertheless, Vinicius scored the first goal, Mbappe threw the answer, and we just go to the finals of the UCL. And here we were waiting for Barca, but before the finals, we just need to see the results. And this is the first place for PSG, guys. Just 2 defeats in the season, although I'm very surprised how we allowed these defeats. But 23 points ahead of the second place. Also, we won the French Super Cup at the beginning of the season, but we lose the Coupe de France because we lost to Marseille. Well, according to the statistics, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the team's top scorer. Neymarito scored 22 plus 12. Kylian Mbappe 16 plus 6. Ronaldinho 13 plus 13. We see that absolutely every footballer made an incredible realization, scored a bunch of goals for themselves. So Lamine Yamal, nice shoot, but Gigi Donnarumma. We need to launch the counter-attack, and now Kylian Mbappe. What a flows away from his pursuer. Then Roberto Carlos. What Roberto Carlos, what he is doing here? What a counter-attack from Barca. Lamine Yamal, what a moment. He is delivering shot, but Gigi Donnarumma. We just need to through our response. Ronaldinho pulls the ball. Good job, Ronaldinho. What are you doing? He turns around on its own pass to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Ter Stegen. What a save, but Kylian Mbappe, Neymar. Again Ibrahimovic. He is doing badly. Zlatan! What a rocket from Zlatan Ibrahimovic! And now Ndinho. Oh my god, what he is doing! Ter Stegen again, what a super job. Again Lamine Yamal, it's a big chance, but... no. David Beckham with his hand! Okay, Douglas versus Donnarumma!
Yeah, boy.
Now we need to fly into our counter-attack. Matuidi pass to Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho nice to Neymar. It's now or never. It's now or never. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Let's go. Zlatan! And here Ibrahimovic fly past the ball, but referee puts a penalty. So let's go, Zlatan. You need to do this. Now or never. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Oh my god, what a slide tackle from Zlatan. And now again, it's a chance for Ibrahimovic. What he is doing? Just the last minutes of the match. Interception by Nakata. Barca trying to launch the counter-attack. Now Rafinha. Again Nakata. but David Luiz blocks. And guys, the final whistle has blown, and with a score of 2-0, an incredible performance from Zlatan Ibrahimovic and the Paris team, the PSG win the Champions League. A really awesome video, guys. It's dedicated to PSG winning in real life. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments down below. Don't forget to check out my channel for new cool experiments. Thank you!